In today's video, I'm going to show you how I went from having no loot at all, which you can see here on the dam. I have nothing but a bag. I'm going to show you how I went from this to this. And that is right, the only thing I took was the bag, and we came out with purples, blues, like 3 or 4 different weapons, and I didn't really kill that many players. And this video is basically a little bit of a walkthrough of the route that I took and the route that I usually take when I go into the dam. I know dam's in the slam test, and I know when the full version comes out, we'll have loads of different maps. If you're trying to get that juicy loot from the get-go, here is a video for you. So instantly, you can see on my screen here that I'm automatically already got my weapon away. You do not want to hold your weapon in your hand. You want to make sure you're running so you have the most stamina possible. And the aim of the objective, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get to the main area of the dam, which is the control tower, which you can see in front of us. You might spawn in a different location to where I am, but you want to head over to the tower location, which you can see right in front of me. You want to try and avoid as many arcs as possible. You can see I have an arc behind me, and if you want to try and avoid this arc that's shooting me, when it shoots this laser, you just want to jump like this, and it will basically miss every time. And also in this video, I'll try and tell you where the weapon caches are for most areas of this map, so they can spawn in like 3 to 4 different locations. So just be wary that they might not spawn in the exact same spots which you see in this video, but I will try and point them out when I can. But you can see here that I'm heading towards the sewer. This sewer basically is just right underneath the control tower. As we make our way up, I'll show you some little tips that you can try yourself. I did actually fail it in this part of the video, but I have tried it in the past. So this area should lead you basically away from enemies and away from arcs. So it should be very, very smooth to get to here. As you get up here, you can go round. You can carry on going all the way up the stairs. But if you want to be a bit more max efficiency, you can get on this red box. You can see I just failed it here. But you can actually just jump from the red box right to the top. But I kind of failed. So what you want to do here is you can get on the pole. And then you can just jump on top here. Sometimes a ball does spawn here. I know in the earlier betas and earlier tech tests, there was a massive ball just spawned right here, which could spawn on a later or maybe even in the dark. So we can avoid the cameras. It doesn't matter that they make noises. You can see that the raid is only just started. If you're in a late raid, so you join in halfway, it might already be 18 minutes in, but don't worry. If you're playing on a fresh world, you should be fine. So at this location here, you can actually go to the top of the control tower and not worry about going into the middle. But I want to try and get the best possible loot possible. So I'm going to breach this door. I do have my skill points in breach, but you can see the door still takes forever to open with the hammer. Once the door is open, you want to head over to the laboratory, which is in the middle area where there is a zip. It's kind of the main focus point of this map. But I'm just going to open up this bin to see what I get. And I actually ended up getting a purple. So make sure you check everything that you want to check. So I got very, very lucky. I'm going to run past that camera because I don't have a weapon to shoot it. And because we're still very early into this raid, I want to check if there is a turret spawn. There was a turret in that left corner, which actually one-shots you with my health. You can see no one else is here because I'm the only person running without my weapon in my hand. So that is a very useful tip. Once you get up here, the reason why I'm going up here is to show you where a weapon cache is. It might not spawn for you, but I need a weapon to carry on moving up towards the tower. So you can see here, the weapon crate spawns here sometimes. It might not spawn here every time, but if it does, I'd recommend checking it out. You can see these balls are giving me a bit of a hard time. Not a sentence I thought I would be saying. You can see here, you can hit it with a hammer. You can kind of like juke it left to right. I'm not actually making that much noise with the hammer. Gonna get a few hits here. Still haven't taken any damage. These do take a little bit of time to kill, but they're not too bad. You just got to be careful of the flamethrower. So you can see I took a little bit of damage from the fire, but again, this video is trying to show you how you can go from 0 to hero. And again, I got another purple. So I have now 2 purple items already on me. You could have even extracted this, but this video is to show you how you can maximize your loot. So we're going to go back over to that weapon cache. This weapon cache might not spawn here every time, but it's a good spot to check. And you can see here, we managed to get our weapon. Nope, that does not go in that attachment. But now we have a weapon just in case any arcs or any players are around. And now you're probably wondering, hey, where can I find bandages or heals? So that's where I'm going to go to now. So you want to head over to the corner of the laboratory up on this floor. It should be in the far corner. And it's, I would say it's like a more like a medicine room or like a bandage room, whatever you want to call it. You want to head over to this room in the left corner here. Because you can see I took a bit of damage and I want to regain it. You want to actually jump over the counter because you will make a noise if you go through that little security alarm, airport alarm, whatever you want to call it. But you can see here I've already started to find bandages. So this is a win-win situation for me. You can see I'm healing. This location should always have bandages in here. So if you are low and you're in the damn area and you need health, highly recommend coming up into this area. You should be able to find at least a few bandages. You can see here I now have a weapon and I now have bandages, and these are pretty much guaranteed in a sense. The weapon cache maybe not, but I'm going to show you where you can find more weapon caches. So you can see here as well, sometimes a weapon cache can spawn around this corner. We're going to have a look in the loot bag. Let's see if we get anything good from this one. Not really anything too worthwhile. I'm going to open some of these. Again, nothing really too much. There you go. I was thinking, do I take the grenade? So I took the grenade anyway. And we're going to check this one as well. Is there one round here? Yep. So we now have even more bandages, I think. There you go. You can see. You can take all of this. We don't even have a shield on me, but we've got all those items anyway. Now in this situation, I would try and head down. You don't really need to be here. I just wanted to see where the shooting was coming from. And I think there was a player over to the right side. But you can't really see too much here. I don't really want to skip the video. I kind of want to keep this video as raw as possible. So you can see how I went from 0 to hero without any hard cuts. But we also have a very useful tip coming up here. So as you go down these stairs on your right, they make so much noise. So you want to make sure you just jump and then jump onto the ledge like this, and you won't make that much noise. You've got to be careful of that turret though. It does one-shot you. But there you go. We've made very, very minimal noise, and we're now back onto the ground floor of the tower. We do need to remember that we have the camera to the right of us, which will make noise. As you can see here, you can hear that the noise went off. And now we're going to make our way up the stairs. But now because we've got a weapon, we can now take out this turret here. One. It should be 3 hits, I think. There you go. And there's another one up here. So there was actually 2 turrets here. Sometimes only one spawns. But unfortunately, we got unlucky. It shouldn't cause me too many issues. There you go. All 3 are now destroyed. Now we make our way to the top. There will be a camera. Just checking no players are coming. Nope. Sometimes there's a camera in that room. There's a camera in the left corner here. Sometimes it's good to actually keep the camera alive because then you can actually hear players around you. I'm going to put the torch on as well. These little ticks remind me of the things from Alien. Again, we're going to breach this door as well. But I will say, I actually did make a bit of a mess up in this part of the gameplay. You kind of want to breach the door the furthest to the left so you can actually spin your camera all the way around so you can see the bottom of the stairs. And if you haven't already seen this before, so what we're trying to do here is basically jump off the ledge and get into the room, which you need a key card. And inside that key card room is a weapon stash no matter what. It's guaranteed to be one in there. There is a turret here, so you want to make sure you clear it out. Unfortunately, in this actual playthrough, I actually did get hit by the bomber. But we do have a lot of bandages due to doing the bit earlier on in the run. So I do recommend you go into that room first, so we can now actually bandage up. Just be careful of the arcs outside. They might actually get alerted. See here, I'm just going to heal real quickly. Okay, I lied. I made a bit of a hard cut because I don't want you to watch me healing up every 2 seconds. So as you get into this room, there is a turret over on this far side of the room. Again, we're just going to jiggle peek it so we don't take any damage. Or a weapon cache can spawn right behind you. I will show you. So it can spawn either here or over on that right side of that worktop. Or it could be over here. It should just be here, which you can see I've located the weapon cache. And then we've got another pink weapon here. So we're just going to make sure we have those. You can actually watch me loot all of this, but I'm just going to basically do a hard cut. So we're basically now going to head back down and try and extract all this loot. So I'm just going to move on a little bit. Again, I've just pretty much searched the whole room. I do recommend doing this if you do have a big enough bag. If not, don't really worry too much. Just take whatever you can. But by now, you should have at least 2 weapons from the weapon stashes that have been here. The one from the laboratory room. If that one didn't spawn, you have this one, which is guaranteed. And now we're going to head back down. So just be careful that people might be waiting here. You can see here that we're going to extract the one location over there. I do recommend also pinning it on the map so you can make sure you're going in the right direction. I'm actually going to be a little bit naughty here. I do actually have like a claymore, which I'm going to place down on the floor here. So just in case people do come this way, I'm just going to place this down here. And now we're going to head all the way down. We're going to basically backtrack our footsteps. Making sure there's no players around. And then we're going to head over to the area on the far right side. I kind of want to keep a bit of a low profile because we have all this equipment on us. So we're going to make sure we just jump all the way down this way instead of going on the top surface because people might be sniping. And that's the last thing you want to happen to you. Especially when you're like me right now where I don't actually have a shield. But it still gets a little bit interesting this part of the video because I feel like I see either like a dead body or I see a player. So make sure to carry on watching because it does get a little bit more interesting. Again, as you can see here, we've come from the sewer and we're now on the far left side. You don't want to be up the ladders because there is a big massive arc spider. So we just want to make sure we're on the bottom floor. And as we make our way over here, you can see I'm going to check this ladder here. And as we get to the top, see that arc's definitely going to spot me. That spider right there, if you've seen the clips, you don't want to go anywhere near that spider. It can basically leap at you from like a million miles away, so you just want to make sure you stay away from that thing at all costs. You can see I've also got adrenaline shot, so if you do alert, you can just use adrenaline shot and you should be able to move a lot faster. I'm just going to have to take this out. Bit of a pain that it actually did see me. Get a few hits off. There we go, it's now destroyed. As we make our way over to the extract zone. Sometimes a weapon or an arc raider crate can spawn in that area where I was just pointing at. So we're going to make our way to the top here. You've got to be super careful now, just in case anyone else is trying to extract. I think here is where we find a body. I think as we go into this room here. Yeah, you can see that there's a dead body here. To make sure I just peek around this corner. Usual corners as we're playing a third-person game. Make sure you peek left to right. You can see here that this guy actually has a shield on him, which is an absolute W for me. So I can actually now use the actual recharge. So I now have a full shield and now have full health just from a dead body. Quite a lot of people do leave the shields. I have no idea why, but I do recommend picking them up. And this video isn't anything too fancy. It's just here to show you what methods you can do to make sure you get the right loot, the right equipment, and basically all those little tips to get you a nice solid run. And if this is your first time playing Arc Raiders, or you're just trying to find out how you can get loot quicker, I feel like this video does a great job of showing that. And as you can see here, I'm actually going to press the adrenaline shot so I can actually get to the button quicker and then leave as quick as possible. You don't really want to be standing around here because there's so many places where you can get shot. You can either get shot from your right side, behind you. There's so many locations. So I'm just going to head back to the room that I know which is safe. That adrenaline shot helped me so much. And now we're just going to sit here and wait. We've got a bit of a waiting game. If this video has helped you out, don't forget to leave a like and a comment as well. It will go a long way. This is my first proper Arc Raiders type style of video. I have played over like 50-60 hours worth in over like all the betas, so I feel like I have a good understanding. You can see here we're still waiting for the extraction zone. We have all these different items, and again, you just saw it then. You want to make sure you have something in your safe pocket, so if you do die, you want to make sure you have the most valuable item in your safe pocket as well, which is the item in the bottom right corner of your invent space. And you can see that there is actually a player all the way over here. So that's why you need to take all cautions, and that's why I had the adrenaline shot, which helped me to get there quicker and get back out. I'm not sure if that player has been hiding there this whole time. You can see he is trying to extract, but we want to extract with him. This is our extraction zone. We're not waiting for anyone. That guy is too busy pressing the button. We do actually kill him, but we didn't actually fully finish him. You can see here, we're just going to knock him out, but we didn't get it in time. But that is a perfect run in terms of getting all the loot that you need to go back in for another run.